Yesterday, Franklin Templeton closed six funds. The total assets in those funds was anywhere between 25 to 28,000 crores. Different news agencies are given different figures. The fund was managed by a man called Santosh Kamath, who's been a rising star in fixed income securities. Basically, what Franklin Templeton was doing was basically investing in corporates with slightly higher risk. Let's see what was the strategy. Welcome back to Be Rich. Welcome back to Be Rich. Franklin Templeton Income Funds was run by a man called Santosh Kamath. His main strategy, different from others, was concentrating on AA or below AA credit. Whereas at that time, most other companies were looking at AAA credit. Since the AAA credit was overcrowded with lot of mutual funds, it was impossible to make an alpha. An alpha is an extra return. So Santosh finalized a plan of lending in NCDs to AA credit. Over a period of time, this had gone into a bubble. People like S Bank's founders company Morgan, which were not listed in the market, were also issuing NCDs, which mutual funds were buying. The biggest subscribers to mutual funds was NBFCs. NBFCs needed money because they could not take deposits from public directly. So they were floating NCDs, which these mutual funds were subscribing to. And these NCDs were then deployed in long-term assets, that is 3 years and 5 years in vehicle finance and personal loans. In some cases, housing finance companies also tapped these markets and gave out for 25 years, loans for 25 years. There was always a risk because the liability was 3 months, whereas the assets would pay over 25 years. This was going to happen. This was a disaster waiting to happen. As long as the music was playing, there was no problem. But once disaster struck, with DHFL going bust, ILFS going bust, Altico Capital going bust, the icebergs were there for everybody to see. It was only a matter of time before the ships rammed into them. These companies, the exposures to these companies were marked to zero and side pocketed, but no fund itself had collapsed. The next shock came when the government was very greedy and tried to take all the taxes from Vodafone Idea, and the Supreme Court joined with the government. I do not agree with the judgment of the Supreme Court. Anyway, it was the last word, and so the Vodafone Idea NCD had to be shelved. So these guys were running on thin ice. Corona was the last straw that broke the camel's back. What happened is Shaktikanta Das, without any proper announcement or consultation, announced that the 3-month moratorium for all loans. Everybody jumped onto the bandwagon, and even people who could pay housing loans did not pay. In fact, an NBFC sales guy told me that 90% of the people have opted for moratorium. This is ridiculous. When this happened, NBFCs ran out of money and had liquidity problems. The RBI circular was vague and improper. It gave relief to the customers but did not give relief to the NBFCs to postpone their payments. While this was happening, some NBFCs went to the Delhi High Court and took an order saying that they do not have to pay the mutual funds. One thing led to another thing, and the bond market seized up. The efforts of the Reserve Bank to a targeted LTRO, by which banks would borrow from Reserve Bank at 4.5 and buy these bonds from these mutual funds, failed miserably, with banks refusing to participate. Things came to a shove, and Franklin Templeton could not meet up redemption pressures, nor could it get a line of credit, so they had to close the scheme. Other people have now said, we are different. They are no different. Everybody has invested in varying degrees to these securities. Only thing, their funds have more liquidity and more cash. If there is any relief for this, the RBI has to open a special window where they have to take this junk paper and give them cash. And this cash can go to the people who want to redeem the mutual funds. If there is no liquidity, slowly one by one, all funds will run out of cash. For even Government Reserve Bank is not able to bring down the Government of India yields. If Government of India yields keep on rising, even gilt funds will make losses. And once people see that it is going to, they will start panicking. Gilt funds will not come to zero. It is possible to sell them. They will be a 20 to 30% haircut. But fixed income securities, which have invested in subpar corporates, will take a big hit. This crisis is going to become a contagion and money is going to be withdrawn from the market in a big hurry. As these guys predict, as these mutual fund managers predicted yesterday on a TV channel, things will not smoothen and become okay from Monday. The pressures will accentuate. Business slows down and this lockdown intensifies its effect. People, there are going to be more NPAs, more credit crunches, and more price drag. I have spoken to people in Hong Kong, Japan, and America. Everybody seems to have got a incentive check. Everybody has got direct payments from the bank into their accounts, from the government into their accounts. Their banks are willing to lend to them at very low interest rates. Even those markets have not recovered. Our banks are not willing to lend to us. Our banks are willing to squeeze the small guy. There is no way we are going to get out of this credit crunch. We are in for the long haul. New fixed funds are going to take a big beating over a long period of time. Thank you for watching Be Rich. If you like this video, kindly subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notifications. I have given a WhatsApp number. If you want to buy my books, you could reach us over them. Finally, if you want to speak to me directly, please send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for watching Be Rich.